Hello dear friends, welcome to a new reading, a general reading, a not time specific reading. Being a general reading, please take in account only what you feel that is resonating with yourself. I'm speaking here about energies, I'm not speaking about sexes. I use the characters in the cards in order for me to be able to express myself, but that doesn't mean that if I'm expressing myself as a gender or to a gender, I am addressing only that gender. We all have both energies in us, feminine and masculine, so please bear with me because it's much easier this way for me to keep a storyline. Because I'm speaking about energies, these energies can also interchange with the characters. That means that I may speak directly to you, Sagittarius, because this is your reading, or I may speak directly to the cross-watcher. If this is your case, you will know it and you'll be able to identify it from the storyline. Thank you for all of you who are making donations. I appreciate it. For those of you who are interested in private readings, you can find all the details in the description box below. I like to let the cards come out by themselves. I know it can take a while, so this is why the readings have chapters. If you're not interested in this whole process, if you already know this introduction, please feel free and go directly to the chapter that you are interested in. In case that the chapters are not being visible in the YouTube player, depending on the device that you are using, you can always find them in the description box. The timestamps to the chapters in the description box below also. This being said, thank you again and let's start with your reading. If you like what you are seeing, if you give it a thumbs up or subscribe, you're welcome. For all who have the sun, moon, rising or planet Venus in the sign of Scorpio, please. What's for their higher good to know now? What's best for them to know now? Now being the time that you are watching the recording. Best messages for Sagittarius, please. And everything that is for their higher good to know now. The moon, sign of Pisces. The moon is speaking to us about, I always tell you, every sign and also every planet that governs a sign has a high frequency manifestation modus or a low frequency manifestation modus. From the low frequency, if we are speaking about the moon or Pisces, it can speak about anxieties, secrets, things that are being hidden, things that are not being talked about, because the light of the moon is much more subtle than the light of the sun. And when we are looking at an object in the moonlight, we perceive it otherwise than when we are looking at the same object in the sunlight. This is why we can be speaking about misinterpretation, disinformation, misinformation. Also, Neptune can bring anxieties in all of us, not only in Pisces. So, here, in this deck, it's like, and it usually is like, something is being uncovered. It's a full moon. The light is stronger than usual, but Pisces, Neptune in the high frequency, it's very spiritual. It's about the veil is being lifted up and we are able to receive information from higher realms, or we may receive information from the subconscious to the conscious. So we have new information, and with this new information we can get to the bottom of it. So let's see. For Sagittarius, please, and everything that is in their higher good to know now, please. Ten of Swords. Two of Pentacles. The Star. Temperance. Your sign. Queen of Cups. Nine of Wands. Queen of Swords. And Page of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the energy that holds together your entire reading. It can be that current of energy that can move the reading in the direction that it needs to go. It also can be the energy in which you are right now. Sometimes it can be subtle and you're not conscious about it. Sometimes it can be stronger and you are conscious about it. And sometimes it can be so strong that even people around you are conscious about this energy. Knight of Pentacles can be any sign of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It can be that this energy, the attributes of this Knight, are being now activated within yourself. It can be that you have to deal with somebody like that. It can be a new opportunity. In any way, it is it's the slowest moving energy, so it may feel like I'm waiting for so long for this, but it's so slow moving. I have the feeling that it never comes, but it is here, and it can be a new opportunity, a new association, a new partnership, a new job, something that comes towards you, or you are moving towards somebody. I have the feeling that this is something that is coming towards you after what I'm telling you here. And I see it as you don't have to do anything, but it's advised to make the needed room in this circumstance so that this has the needed space to come into. As I told you, these are people that like to make plans, but those plans to have every step, they like to do things by the book. Do not jump over things, because they don't like to come back and redo and rethink, and they do everything, and afterwards, step by step, they follow their plan, and this is why it takes so long. Usually you can really rely on what they are telling. The moment that it's here, you'll know, because they will come towards you and tell you, look, I want to do this in this amount of time. I see you being able to bring this to the table. I am able to offer you this, and this is the way that they are making everything. it takes a little while until they are planning everything. But you came out in your own reading, Temperance, sign of Sagittarius, and just look what you have here. I'm seeing as the moment in which you are able to release these burdens, to make the healing from this, because you had to deal, you are in a situation that is very burdening. It's the hardest lesson of them all, but I really love this card. It can be horrifying, but just look. Although it took you by surprise, it can speak about betrayal, stabbing in the back. The majority of the swords are coming from the back. It also shows you things in their true light. You start and see the situation in its true light. And what I'm loving the most is that you start and see your inner light. And this is the moment where it feels like a death. It stings like hell, but what's worse, it's already behind you. And it affected you a lot emotionally speaking. Queen of Cups. And Queen of Cups can receive and perceive everything more intensely. Sorrow, but also happiness. And in this deck of cards, although the Queen of Cups can be any sign of water, we have again the Pisces here. And I told you when I split the deck and it was the moon, something was hidden, something, and this is why you perceive everything so strongly, because it takes you by surprise. Emotionally, it takes you by surprise. But it also speaks to us about connect to your intuition, open yourself to higher realms in order to receive the information that is needed so that you keep in balance. Also emotionally, mainly emotionally speaking, to get to those information that can help you balance yourself. Two of Pentacles, it's speaking about you need, and you know that you need to bring balance back. It's a very fragile balance, financially speaking, but mostly emotionally. Again, the sign of yin and yang in correlation, in conjunction, if you want, with water, with feelings. Exactly like here. So it's like, oh my God, finally this character steps on land after a while where in emotion it was not so easy and not so still waters, and you are coming back on land. You start and feel the ground under your feet. It can also speak to us about people that are juggling with finances, but juggling mainly with emotions. And what I'm loving here is the star, and the star sign of Aquarius speaks about bringing dreams into fruition, but it speaks about the opportunity that is now being offered to you to be able to understand at a deeper level, logically, analytically, consciously. You become conscious, you receive those information from the subconscious to the conscious, and you have new information, and with this new information you connect the dots and you understand everything at a deeper level, so you can heal an emotional wound. It's like a realignment. The crown chakra, the guiding star, the sun that is going down, and the moon. So it's like everything that happens, although it happened like this, it's the perfect opportunity right now to heal this wound, but consciously knowing, making the connection, understanding it at the deep level so that you can heal from it. And not only that, but it's the same gesture. You have to bring balance back, temperance. This is Archangel Michael, although it's a female here. It doesn't matter. He knows, she knows best, whatever you choose to. How to make the alchemy between passion and emotions, between fire and water, so that you can bring balance back within yourself. But this healing, it goes hand in hand. You understand it, you are able to heal it, so that with that you are able to bring inner balance back, and with inner balance you'll be able to understand much more deeper everything, so that you can heal it, and everything is happening in divine timing. Queen of Swords, and it's under this healing. It can be somebody from air sign, but here it's like she simply watches another couple, maybe with one of the characters being the one that is juggling, and knows she has to cut something out in order to maintain the purity of her feelings, to take care of her heart, and so on. But again, Queen of Swords, it's very analytical, very logical. Again, this connection between understanding everything, seeing it in its true light, making sense, even if it's hard, you know what you have to do. Keep on going, persevere, because you have just a little bit more. You can't stop here, because 9, it's the number that speaks to us about completion, about graduation. But if we are stopping here, we will need to start the same cycle again. This is why the advice is to continue. I know it's hard, I know you're sick and tired, but you have the determination to do that in order to integrate the wisdom behind the experience, so that you put an end to this cycle and start another cycle. Page of Swords. Page of Swords can speak about somebody that uses his intellect in doing wrong, or it can be the refusal for you to learn something from this. It came out in reverse. When it's upright, we can speak about the need and the drive to receive, to gather much more information in order to learn much more, to put your intellect much more into the light, and this is the refusal. It can be upright, somebody that is very charmful, somebody that knows how to speak with whom, and with this going on, you want to hide a little bit. Don't close the door, even if it's hard. It's not an easy task, to the wisdom that is really coming towards you, because it's meant to realign you to your divine plan, so that you can emerge towards something that is much more aligned with you, worthy of you. But this is always your choice. With the Knight of Pentacles, I'm exactly as I told you. You have now the opportunity to heal, to understand, to release, to cut everything out, people, situations, circumstances that no longer serve you, in order to bring balance back into your life, so that you can open yourself towards something that you can rely on. Destiny is intervening. It brings everything down to give you the opportunity of starting rebuilding, but from ground up, because this tower didn't have that solid foundation. This is why it has to come down, so that you start with the foundation, a solid foundation. It's always a blessing in disguise, but please look at it at the opportunity of building something new, not only the disaster and the trauma and the drama. And it can be something that a belief system is coming down, way of looking at things, way that you looked towards somebody, a situation, whatever. But again, it's meant to give you the opportunity of healing and also start rebuilding from ground up, starting with that solid foundation. What's with the Ten of Swords, please? And the Ten of Swords is stopping towards the Nine of Wands. So Five of Swords, it's about a situation in which you put a lot of effort into it and didn't get the results. I'm not finding the word. Didn't get the results according to the effort that you put into it. And this is why you're so sick and tired of this situation. But it tells you, continue and persevere. If not in this situation, but keep on moving, don't stop. And this is a situation that went for a while, and you invested a lot, and you invested energy and resources and feelings and time and maybe all of the above, and whatever you tried, whatever strategy you changed, it didn't came out. Why? Because you had to deal with people that were wishy-washy, and they were not truly interested in what you had to bring to the table, but whatever you did, it was in their benefit. And this is why they didn't told you straightforward, go out, go somewhere else, go try with somebody else, because I'm not interested. And now you have this moment of epiphany in which you are saying, this is it, I'm out of here, I'm moving away from this, because if I'm not being cherished for who I am, what I can bring to the table, I will go towards people that really know how to cherish what I have to offer. But it's like, you see, this warrior has the 9 wands, and it's understandable. He feels the need to put himself under protection, but in the same way, if he's not cautiously enough, he can build walls around him and isolate himself. It's like you knew, but it's like you kept yourself within this situation. And this is why the Tower came, this is why the Ten of Swords came, in order for you to go on, keep moving, go forward. I know it's hard, but it's just a little bit for you to be able to understand, and not only understand, integrate the wisdom behind the experience, because otherwise we really are hurting without having a use of the heart. It's when we don't learn from it, it's useless, it's in vain. 9 of Wands, please. Tell me more about the 9 of Wands, please. Why is the 9 of Wands here, please? 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, it's speaking about our need to have something secure, something stable, and because of that, sometimes we may stay in situations, circumstances, relationship that we know that they are not working as they used to, or they should, or I would like to, but because it gives me a sense of security and stability, I continue and stay in that. It can be that somebody is very clingy, We can cling on situations, circumstances, even if they are not working as we know they should, or they can be people that are clinging to us this way. And I always tell you, let it go, because if it's meant to be yours, the universe will find another way to bring that something back to you. But if it's not meant to be yours, you are simply opening yourself for what is meant to be yours. So the Knight of Pentacles, it's much more than the Four of Pentacles. Don't stay in a situation for a quarter that you may otherwise in another situation, circumstance, be able to receive. Two of Pentacles, please. Why is the Two of Pentacles here, please? The balance that you know that you have to bring into your life back in order to have something really stable, not something that is in a constant movement, but also it can speak about that character that juggled. Ten of Cups. It has to do with family. It's like this fragile balance is in family. It has to do with family. You don't want to disturb the balance of the family. But tell me, with this, how can it be in balance? You have to bring balance through balance back for yourself and for your family. But I can understand that you went into this situation open-heartedly, thinking that you are going towards this, and it was not the case. And this is why you feel the betrayal so intensely. This is why this Temperance, she doesn't want to look at the emotions, the refusal of looking at things at a deeper level. I don't know how much it will help. What's with Temperance, please? Tell me more about Temperance, please. Why is Temperance here, please? King of Cups. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Bringing inner balance, emotionally inner balance, but also maturity. Masculine energy, feminine energy of the same element, about emotions. You need to bring balance back in your emotional state of being. But in the case of the Queen, she can perceive everything very intensely. The King of Cups can be a little bit detached from that. It doesn't mean that he doesn't feel it, but he has this ability of not closing his heart, even if it's hard. His option, his choice is not to let situation or circumstances from his past to determine his present and future. And this is why, doesn't matter the circumstance, he has that ability of turning heart into wisdom, and with that gaining that maturity. And you have this opportunity here, so please take it. Page of Swords. as I told you, this is a younger energy. We can speak about, this is why when it's upright, it's speaking about the need of accumulating more information to learn, to grow, and this has to do with the refusal of, or it can be that you had to deal with somebody that didn't want to grow up, or it's under temperance. Maybe you don't want to grow up because it's too hard. Page of Swords. The Devil. Sign of Capricorn. And also temptation. The temptation here in this circumstance is exactly this refusal of looking at things in their true light in order to understand them in a deeper way, in order for you to be able to harness all that wisdom and release it and move on from it. But there can be anxiety, it can be dependencies, codependencies, and so on. And this is why it's this refusal. This is the master puppeteer. This is, and I always tell you, we play in the majority of time the role of the devil in our life through sabotaging ourselves. Justifying with love, with passion, with Queen of Swords. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Six of Cups. It's again this female that is looking towards a couple. Speaks about soulmates. I have the feeling that you signed a contract with this character here and to play a role like we all do, and they are simply playing the role to giving you the opportunity to overcome what you already went through some other time. This is like watching a movie, remembering something, and it has to do with emotions. And it's like, I want to be able to be in the same situation, but the outcome to be otherwise, to be able to heal it. I'm not justifying what they did, but it feels like, please play this role, help me be in this circumstance so that I can overcome it, so that I'll be the one that is cutting herself out of this situation so I can heal it. By healing it, to start and move along where my guiding star is leading me, so that I can really be able to bring my dreams and hopes into fruition. Not only an illusion of this. What's with the star, please? The moon. Unveiling, being able to receive that information, and this is this aligning. This is the opportunity of a lifetime to heal something of a emotional nature at the root, so that you can go towards something, towards new horizons, to bring back happiness, to blossom the moon, emotions, the way that you are feeling, to become again an environment where everything is blossoming. Queen of Cups. Maybe somebody from Pisces can help you with this healing, or Aquarius. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups, sign of Pisces, and we have here the two fishes. Why is the Queen of Cups here, please? Tell me more about the Queen of Cups. Four of Cups and the Sun. Four of Cups can speak to us about unrequited love, or a situation that we may feel as a missed opportunity. And it usually is that 3 cups are empty and 1 cup is full. But just look how much rain it becomes an overflow in all the 4. So please, and with the Sun here, that brings everything into the light, that has the ability, by being a major arcana and the most positive of them all, to help you, give you the needed strength, the needed energy, the insight, the way to look at things in its true light, so that you can overcome everything much quicker and much easier than you would have you thought about, to bring back joy, to bring back happiness, to see yourself through other set of glasses, to discover yourself, discover your strength, discover your way of looking at life. It's here to help you overcome these emotions, strong emotions of unrequited love. So, and also Moon and Sun, we may speak, I don't like to use these terms, but it can be the symbol of twin flames. But for me, it's like you had the moon when I cut this deck, and you have it again, and the Sun comes to bring light to the situation so that you can see it in its true light and heal this wound that is all over the place. You have the opportunity here, and put an end to it and really see how everything can be an overflow. The key is here, what you are refusing, what you don't want to see, what you don't want to accept, or those dependencies and codependencies. But it's here to help you to overcome everything and know yourself, being much stronger than you thought possible. Best advice, and it remain here, so I will take it. Dream Thief, refusal of the call. 13. Rejection of the path of fulfillment, refusal of the call. The Dream Thief is a sort of the Dream Thief is a soft and compelling seductress. Her only purpose is to keep you hypnotized by comfort and sameness. She wants you to tell your old stories over and over so you don't evolve beyond them. Ask yourself whether you are reverting back to the familiarity of your origin story, of why you were wounded or when you were rejected? Do you talk about how your family molded you as a child without also acknowledging that you've already become someone else? Teaching from an old wound will never allow you a new adventure. Instead, bring to mind how you've already changed, remembering that you have new stories to rely and build upon. Do you want to move beyond the barrier of glass you've placed between you and the horizon? You can, and it's not difficult. Answer the call to a new adventure and drop your resistance to sailing the uncharted seas of your potential. The wind will soothe and sing the dream thief to sleep so you can wake up and move forward. You are so much more than you know. Now it's time to express what has laid dormant. Your new adventure has already begun. This is what you can refuse. I don't think that you want to refuse this. So you are a fire sign. So please gather your strength. It's here to give you that in order to see this thief in its true light and answer your call so that you can be moving on into this new adventure that you truly want for yourself. I wish you the best of luck. Take care. Bye.